Hi friends, Todd here, and I am in Greer, South Carolina, at one of my favorite toy stores. It's not just toys, all kinds of collectibles that you can get. Somebody asked me if they carry models. We'll have to see if they do. We'll check that out. But this is Toy Federation. And my first video was down here 5 years ago. I looked it up today. It popped up. Can't believe it's already been 5 years since I've done my first video here. I try to come here every now and then because there's been changes here at the store. I'm going to go around and show you some of those changes. And I got to ask Ryan about this. I'm not sure. See, it says Upstate Games, video games, Pokemon cards, collectibles, and more. So I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure if it's in the same building or if it's an old store. I don't know. But from what I know, I think Ryan started Toy Federation across the street there years ago, and then of course had to expand into Toy Federation over here. But I always love coming here, finding little treasures, and I've always loved the front of the store with all the little murals and the different toy lines. You get, you know, like He-Man, which we call Motu. You got Ninja Turtles, Star Wars, Transformers, all kinds of good stuff. So here's their entranceway, and just remember, they're closed on Sundays. And right when you walk in, you're greeted by all these little toys here, kind of like bargain bins, things like that. Check out the game consoles, old school, that is for sure. Moon Patrol. Got this racing game here, Sprint 2. Of course, Miss Pac-Man. Check out the cooler there, the Pepsi cooler. R2-D2. Yeah, it's a little fun area for the kids. And if you're looking for a certain wrestling figure, you can have him here. But he's got a bunch of wrestling figures in the actual store. But look at the old advertising. That is so cool. From the old catalogs, old boxes. You can just look at that and just bring back a bunch of nostalgia. Fun little entryway right when you come in. The one thing I always want to point out, make sure you always check the top shelf, because you have a lot of boxed toys. If you're into the boxes, he's got them here. Look at Ernest. Got Ernest there, that's neat. And then it goes into like Mask and Robotech, which I love that one. The old Battle Fortress, that's cool. And then you go into G.I. Joe up here. And then Star Wars and Transformers. Then you go into the showcases. You got the amazing Kenner collection, loose figures. Very nice. Then you go down to the play sets and Rancor right there. Yeah, we're going to find some stuff today, that's for sure. But look at all this. Got a complete Boba Fett in IG. Nice. Look at this. That's cool. More Star Wars. Look at Piper. That's cool. Yoda. Check out the statue. So you got Peter statue of Slave Leia, 300. Then you get signed wrestling figures, LJNs, Hasbro, all mixed in. Little mini vinyls, wrestling figures. You go down here. Wow. More Hasbro. Then of course you're gonna go into your Transformers right here. The Megatron. Yeah, Peace Through Tyranny. The old P-38. I got a friend who has 4 of those, still boxed mint. It's crazy. That open like that, it's 400. So, and then we go into G.I. Joe. Let me get a shot of those for you. Love the A-10. That's cool. Yeah, never got into collecting these guys because it's not way after me. I was already in my 20s by the time this came out. I'm more into the G.I. Joes from the 60s and 70s, the 12-inch ones. But these are fun though. I like the classified. ones that are out now. Really enjoy those. Look at this here. Get the large ones back here. Motu and Star Wars. But he's got a nice selection of the ships, vehicles, things like that. And then over here, you're going to have a lot of miscellaneous figures from different companies. Centurions, Black Star, all that kind of good stuff. Cool. I love RoboCop. Bought a few of those from them last time I was here. Dino Riders, things like that. Check it out. This is so cool. I will do my best to capture all the fun stuff here at Toy Federation. Got Thundercats here. Brave Star back in the back. It's on the box. Dick Tracy. You're gonna find, like I said, a mixture of figures here. These are great, and of course I'm gonna have to go through them too. The Army Ants, love those. 20 bucks each. Moo Mesa. Then you get the mice here, biker mice. A lot to choose from. Ghostbusters. Got that music playing, so I gotta watch that too for you guys, so I don't get demonetized. Then you go into Turtles. Look at that. It's gonna be crazy to capture all this. I gotta go through the lunchboxes because I'm actually looking for an Incredible Hulk lunchbox. So he's got them lined up down here. You can easily miss those. You don't check it out all the way around. Look at that. All the way down. Then we go over here because more Motu. Tons of Motu. What's the toy store without Motu? You gotta have it. You gotta have it. Look at the ROM. 400 bucks for ROM. Get your DC, Superpowers, Justice League, all that good stuff. Then Star Trek. Then you go into your little mini cars down here. Matchbox. GoBots. Get the GoBots. I started getting into those, but then I was like, I can only collect so much. I do love this right here for 40. That's actually a good price. That is nice. Then you get your mini vinyls here. Oh, they're cool. I've been lately getting into the mini vinyls. Look at that Macho Man sunglasses back there. The Stooges right here. Love all these guys. Yeah, look at all that. Kind of McDonald's toys too. Smurfs here. Wow. This would take all day, but we're going to go back into the new section. Let me back up here. Here's the store, of course, and he's got them categorized really well, like Transformers all together, Star Wars all together, McFarlane, and of course Toy Biz, all kinds of a mixture. Then he also has a Mythic Legions right here. I'll probably have to go through those too, because a couple that I'm looking for. Great selection of Mythic Legions. Then of course NECA and NECA Horror. Oh, I've been looking for Van Helsing. Yeah, that's the one I've been looking for. So I might have to grab him. Very difficult to find. I do need him. And check that 3-pack out. Beautiful. Great. And of course you got the Gremlins. Yeah, he's got a great NECA selection. Look at this one of Gizmo. Wow. I mean, look at all these. But yeah, I mean, I need to get Van Helsing. This is the Peter Cushing version, but yeah, you can go through this all day long. And in this area, you got all your, it looks like a little bit of Ninja Turtles and Motu right here. Just a lot. I love the packs here. Those are great, and they're really well priced. He's not crazy of a price. I mean, look, just 40 bucks. So some of these are difficult to find. And then he does have the dragon figures. I've just recently picked up the Rommel figure, and also he's got autographs right here. So signed figures here, signed autograph figures here, and their packaging. Then here he's got all kinds of figures, a lot of NECA. Love the alien figures. There's Ripley. You got was it Dixon? I can't remember all their names, but look, some of those are very difficult to find. The Bill Paxton one, I think that's him back there. Yeah, there he is. He's 100 because he is hard to find. It's got some Lord of the Rings back here. Yeah, look at all these. Just it's probably hard to see because of the reflection, but this whole case is just full of NECA. Then he also has VHS and DVDs. Just an array of stuff. Joe's here, still in their blisters. Of course, he's going to have graded stuff as well. And this is the Cobra Command weapon G.I. Joe's. This is the detonator. So, like I said, I didn't really collect those because that was like way after my time. And then Muscle Men. Check that out. Cool display. Look at the size of that Millennium Falcon. And I think he has a big gem. So I am going to look at that. Look at all these. Wow. Cabbage Patch, vinyls, My Little Pony, Care Bears, little Smurfs up there, and Trolls. And then more figures, all the G.I. Joes, classifieds. And then you get the Black Series, Star Wars. This is the new section right here. That's just the whole new area. Just opened up too long. Been a few months ago, probably longer, but this is the first time I'm here. Then he's got opened Mythic Legions and Cosmic Legions. Wow, that's cool. You actually get a better price if you get it open, depending on the collectability and the all that good stuff. So really will depend on that. Then down here you got your Motu. Man, here's some of the newer stuff. Look, the Godzillas up there. Like I said, look up top because you're going to find stuff. Man. And here are your models. Okay, so they do have the Gundam type models. I'm not sure if they've got like, I'm not sure what they were asking for when they asked about models. Oh, here's some car ones. So you get automobiles. So this section in the corner is all different model kits. So you'd have to go through that, my friends who are asking about Toy Federation carrying models. They do have them here. You just got to look carefully. And then below here you got some Legos, things like that. And look at this, Heroes Quest. I wonder, I have to see how much that is. 130. That's in great shape too. Great game. Board games here. Then you go into Power Rangers. Superheroes here, Batman 89. Yeah, look at all that stuff down here too. Go into Star Wars here. A little bit newer Star Wars figures. So yeah, if you want to save some money, come back here and check these out. So unlike the ones up front with the Kenner, you can save some money with these and add those to your collection. I love the droids. I know some people, that's all they collect are droids. Over here you have anime figures here. You got the Godzillas, Ultraman. This looks like it's mainly Godzilla. Some King Kong. There's some Ultraman. Back there in the back, I love these Godzillas here. Go over here, Star Wars, Micro Minis. Very nice, some Matchbox. That's a nice set right here. New Republic Commandos. He's got some cool ships back here. So if you see something, make sure you ask him. There's a vintage G.I. Joe, my style. Then just walls of figures. I love the Toy Biz. Have to go through these here. Yeah, I'm definitely going to pick up some stuff today. I've already got one thing. And up here he's got all kinds of cool figures. Look at the troll bust for 200. Yeah, look up here. Wow. Very cool. And then over here you got more Batman figures. Very cool. Kenner. Yeah. Sometimes I'll get the Kenner and the Toy Biz mixed up. They look a lot alike during that era. And then over here, I wanted to show you this too. You've got the starting lineup. All the wrestling figures here, and on the other side, then your classic Spawn figures here. Just an array of figures. Love the Kill Bill figures. I always like them. 50 for her. And then you got, check this out. Kiss Creatures right here. That's cool. That's the Fox. Very nice. Motley Crue. Drum set right here. Tommy Lee. Good one. But the store just has everything you need. He's got a whole Matchbox and Hot Wheels section. Yeah, And I'm going to go over here and see if he's got any of the big gems in stock. Turtles here. These are like minty. He's also got them graded ones back in the back. Kenner graded figures back there. And they do trades and all that good stuff. Check these out. Wow. Oh, he's got the TV series. Droids. Georgia Dusat. He's also got Linda Blair, Reagan. And here you go. Here's some classics I love. G.I. Joes. Look at those. Some down here too. Look at that. Marks. With the box set of the headquarters here. That's nice. Got some box ones here, which I have that whole set. Alright. Very nice. And I love the G.I. Joe Spaceman set, adventure set. In box. $400. I'm pretty impressed with the Buffy collection here. He's got some good ones. Some you don't see anymore. Look at these guys. Wow. Great collection of Buffy. And also Angel. Here's a nice Black Series graded Rex, which I wish I bought a long time ago. I don't think I have in my collection. Yeah, he's $250, and he's at a 9.0. Yeah, from Hasbro. Black Series Captain Rex. That's nice. Look at all these golden girls. Wow. Or should I say golden girl? Yep. Nice. Then just above that, Centurions. Look at this. With the box too. And he does carry masks. Check this out. Nice collection over here in the corner. A little bit of everything. Very nice. And that's the storeroom back here. It's huge. But I just love this store. Really well organized. You can always check behind the counter too. He's got some great stuff. And also in the front showcases where you check out. Some nice little vinyls down here, little minis. All along here. Looks like it's a lot of this minis. Then he's got anime over here. Then Transformers over here. Get a hat. You want a Toy Federation hat. He does sell those and the t-shirts. But look at all these Transformers. Then you go into Marvel busts. Yeah, and statues. Very nice. Around over here. And then you got your Marvel. So he'll have this. This is like the Marvel section right here. Okay, and then you go over, and then you got the DC section right here. Yeah, I got here right when they opened too. And Brian's not here today. He's actually at, I think, Day of the Dead convention. So we'll see him again. That's for sure. He's always very helpful in finding stuff. I mean, the Travises too. All the gang very helpful in finding stuff. But today, I'm pretty much finding everything that I need for the collection. So there's so much to look at. It's amazing. Here's the carpet right here. Very cool. I'm gonna walk down this way. Kind of walk through the aisles. So you can get a glimpse of everything, kind of get an idea what you're in store for when you come here to Toy Federation. A lot of classics. Love that Nightcrawler. It's a good price too, $30. Then you get the new Fantastic Four, which the likenesses are amazing. And then more stuff over here. Yeah, Robotech. One of my favorite series. Max Sterling. But I am going to go through the Mythic Legion collection here, see what we might find. But he does have Lucy's, which I'm going to look at those too. I don't care if they're in a box or not. And here's the car collection for you car enthusiasts that like Hot Wheels and Matchbox. He does have those. Of course, back into more of the Motu right here. I think these are more the newer ones, but he's got the classics too. Fun stuff. Of course, you'll find Sideshow, Hot Toys, more of the wrestling figures. Barbie is all Barbie right here. So yes, they have Barbie. And check this out. We get the $6 Million Man. Still new, mint and boxed for $700. Very nice. Bionic Woman. All kinds of cool stuff. Got Silverhawks right here. Here more Robotech. I used to have, I think, pretty much all these guys back in the day. Very cool. But just giving you one more little walk around. And again, like I said, check the top shelf. Very important. Don't miss that. You got to see that. Here's classified right here. Then your standard G.I. Joes. Simpsons. Miscellaneous over here. Looks like a lot of some of the horror stuff. And Thunderbolts. And, Thunderbolts. Thundercats. Alien. Master of the Universe. Kind of a mixture. You got your Indiana Jones down there at the bottom. Then you got your wrestling right here. Like I said, I'm just going over it one more time. And I like that he does have the Lord of the Rings. So here we go. Oh, there's so much to look at. And of course, Lego. I don't see any Big Jim. I'll have to ask Travis about that. Got a Furby. Very cool. Yeah. It was a few videos ago. I looked in the background. Somebody was walking around. Yeah, I see some of the Big Jim stuff. I guess they may have already sold it. It happens. Comes and goes. That's the way it is in these stores. One day there, next day gone, or next hour gone. So yeah, you got to be on top of that stuff. But this is an amazing store. You got to come and check it out. Toy Federation. I'll have all the information in the description. I'm going to look around some and I'll show you what I picked up. Found this cool Universal Studios Monsters. It's the Mummy from 1991. Still in box. Only $30 for him. Yeah, he's pretty cool looking. Here's some nostalgia for you. You might find a book that you grew up with as a kid. Yeah, check it out. Also has them over here too, so go through those. I have actually found some really neat books that I remember having as a kid. You might want to add that to your collection. And I did find this Return of the Jedi lunchbox. It's kind of beat up. I don't mind it though. No big deal to me. It comes with a thermos too. It's only $20, so I think I'm gonna get that. It'd be fun to display that. I wanted to point out too that he does have movie posters. That's one of my favorite ones. I have that. Still need to get it in the frame. Check that out. So right when you come right in the door. I love that. This is awesome. Yeah, movie posters. So be sure to go through it. I'm sure you're going to find what you're looking for. Another good one. I got that at home in the frame. So, Goonies! And you pretty much saw what I picked up. I picked up that lunchbox Return of the Jedi 1983. Also picked up the Van Helsing, Peter Cushing's Van Helsing. Amazing figure. I was happy to find it. Yeah, that one's a very hard one to find. Add that to the NECA collection, horror collection. And I hope you enjoy my walk around here at Toy Federation here in Greer, South Carolina. Be sure to come here if you're ever passing through on 85. Yeah, they've got an amazing collection of toys and collectibles. Love coming here. And like I said, Ryan is out of town at a convention. but we will come back and see him. And Travis is awesome. The whole crew here is awesome, and I just watched them run around helping people find the toy that they wanted, the collectible that they wanted, and they had all kinds of questions. They could answer it for you. Be sure to come here. I highly, highly recommend Toy Federation. All right, guys, if you haven't subscribed, please do. This is kind of stuff I do cover and a lot more. So check out my libraries. It's got over 1,000 videos now. It's crazy. So more coming, that's for sure. And hope to see you soon. All right, guys, take care. Be good. Be safe. Take care of yourself. All right, guys. Bye-bye. And I almost forgot to put this in. Upstate's games that you saw at the beginning of the video, the sign is actually here. So it's at the very end, right behind Toy Federation. So if you're into like gaming, video games, stuff like that, they do have a store here just behind Toy Federation. So if you don't want toys, you want games, video games, things like that, that's where to go.